Hello students, welcome to Modern Management Technique class. I am Professor Namrata Hampiholi from Department of Commerce and Accountancy, KLS GCC Belgavi. We are dealing with the last unit, 5th unit, that is Office Management. So, in our yesterday's class, we have seen the concept related to the office management, which included its meaning, concept, and the office scenario which was prevailing few years before, that is traditional, and what is the office now and what may be the office called in the future. Now in today's class, let us look into the features or characteristics of an office. So your first feature or character says that office is an information center, right? Yes, so it is a center wherein the information is being provided or the information can be accessed. So it collects the information from all the sources, that is from internal and externals, that records, and it arrange this in a particular sequence and analyze it and provide it for the concerned person whenever required, right? So now suppose for example in a company, so now information such as like previous 5 years records of employees, right? So if they are deducting the provident fund, that is PF, then that record will be maintained by the departments, that is accounts department, and other documents which are related to the purchase of any asset, okay, and the day-to-day expenses, that is petty cash, right, or purchase of any kind of the assets or the properties, all the records are being kept. Apart from this, the main activity of the business, what it is involved, are also kept as a record in the office. So it is one of the information center. So office is a service function, okay. So here office is a place where nothing is sold or purchased here. It is a center wherein the information is provided to the required person. Now whenever you all come here for the admission in the college, you obviously go to the office, right? You never meet your faculties for the admission purpose. You go to the office, right? Why? Because here the office people pay you, the office people will give you the service of the that is, they give the service in the form of responding to your queries. Then next, it is a memory center, okay. So your office is a memory control. It maintains all the records of all the papers received and dispatched, that is, if the goods are being sent somewhere or goods are being received from somewhere, then those records are being maintained here, right? So here the projections can be made with the help of records for the future office, right? So here by looking into the data of the previous and present, you can predict the future. Then here it is like your control center also, okay. So office people control the organization, right? It will help the management to take decision and implement them. Through the accounts department, it will help you to fix a budget, right? Fixation of the target, then setting up of the procedures and scheduling the operations in the office. It is all taken with the help of the office people here. They are the one who control, right? So again coming back to the example of our college, in our college the information whatever are required to the management are all given by the office people here. They are the one who take the data from the faculties and the students, analyze them and provide whatever is necessary. So it is one of the control center. Then it is a nerve center, right? So that means what here? It is the one which will help to direct and control every operational aspect of the organization, right? So it is like a master for responding all the all the queries here. Then specialization. So nowadays, as we know that offices have a specializations, they are being categorized under the different departments so that the work become ease and it is simplified. Marketing department we have, which will look after the only the marketing of the product. Same way HR department, which is involved only in recruiting the people, right? Then production department, which will look after what like how the production is done, how the cost should be minimum from where the raw material is brought, right? So here that will lead to the specialization. Then decentralization, right? So here decentralization means what here? That is, this authority is being scattered here, right? It is not only at the one place, but each and every office people is assigned with one or the another work. Then next, a work is not a place. That means what here? Now suppose now we all have we know that there is a online classes going on, right? Then we have the concept of work from home. That is, a person can sit at his home and work for an organization. Even if he is traveling somewhere, he can do his work. So here that place itself is called here as office. Now in a modern services, a office is not restricted to a particular building. Even if we are doing the work, even when we are traveling or we are not available in the office, but we are completing the office work, then that is called here as a workplace. Okay, so these were the features or the characteristics of the office. Next, coming to the functions of modern offices. The functions of modern offices are classified as a basic or primary function, subsidiary function, and administration function. Now let us look into the first function, that is basic function. So the basic function of office here is to receive the information. Okay, so here the information may be received from within the organization or outside the organization. So here relevant information are being received from the various departments and executives of the organization, and it is termed as the information received within the organization, right? So here the basic function is here to receive the information whenever required. Then collecting the information. Collecting is different from receiving. If the office get the information voluntarily, then it is receiving. Collecting means purposefully making the enquiry and or demanding that information is called here as a collecting information, right? So now they make a call to receive certain information, or they send a query to get the information, right? So here manager or the departmental executives can visit their offices to collect the information, right? So they can go and manage they can go to the particular department and inquire about the certain things and get to know what is going on. This is what here is collecting the information. Then next here is recording of information. So here the both information which are being received and collected are to be recorded properly, right? Now when we are recording the information, now obviously it is through the online procedure only, right? So proper utilization of the software can be useful for maintaining the data. Now suppose for example, if we receive any letter to the institution or to the organization, that is been recorded separately as it is an official letter, right? Even if you are sending the letter from your institution or organization, even that is recorded. So here recording of the information is very important. Why? Because this serves as a document for the future. Then here is creating the records, right? So here this information be converted according to the needs and prepare the financial and cost accounts, then production details, then sales, then how many workers have worked for how many hours, the prices of different products. So these records are used as a reference library of the management. Okay, so keeping this record, creating the records means here keeping the records. Then comes as processing or arranging this data. So here the received and collected informations have to be arranged in a systematic way, right? So if not so, there is no use of receiving and collecting such data, right? So now when you collect the vouchers, right, which are the supporting documents of accounts, just by collecting them and keeping doesn't make that you have collected the information. You have to present that by putting that into the proper format, right? So you have to prepare the financial statement, then only there is a meaning for collecting the vouchers. Then next is computation and statistical work, right? So as we know that statistic work means what here, presenting the data in the forms, and that is in the form of statistical charts or diagrams. So and even in case of the accounting, you can prepare a cost sheet, production budget, sales budget, right? Like fund flow statement, cash flow statements are prepared. So these are what your computation and statistical work, wherein the data are being calculated here. Then next comes is here analyzing the information. So once the data is being collected, you have to analyze that. Okay, so here the hidden fact has to be highlighted through the proper analysis. Then the reports are also drawn upon the analysis, so that like analysis is done in the various form, that is market analysis is done, financial analysis is done. So various, after doing the various analysis here, the data must be properly placed. Then maintenance of the record. So once if the records are being prepared, the maintenance is very important. It is not that once if the work is over you can throw that papers in a dustbin. No, you have to keep the records for the further, or that is a future use. So your maintenance of record should be done with the utmost care. After maintenance, the retention. Okay, so here this record may be classified as a necessary record and outdated. So some data may be outdated also, that is they may be not required at now, right? So such type of data, how it should be retained, that is to be taken care. So here the necessary records should be preserved under the control and supervision of the office manager, and the outdated records can be like they can be kept in a soft copy, or they may be like even destroyed at some time if they are not necessary. Then comes here is communication of information. So here the office supplies information from its records whenever is required by the management for taking the decisions. So here the validity of information depends on the promptness of the office people, right? So here office people should be very prompt in giving the office information. They just cannot give the information which they feel right. On the information what is given by them, there are certain decisions which are being taken. Then next comes here is subsidiary function. Subsidiary function includes public relation functions. In this case, the management will evaluate the attitude, identifies the policies and procedure of an individual or an organization with the public interest, and it will execute a program of action to earn the public understanding and acceptability, right? So here it tries to maintain the good relation with the public, so that the gap between the public and the office can be reduced. Then here stationery and supply control. So here stationery and other supplies are required to carefully purchase, and they have to be properly stored, right? As we know that office requires a n number of stationeries, right? They require here basic stationeries like pen, pencil, eraser, scales, staplers, right, of a different size, wherein they have to do a bundling of the papers, right? Files. So these control are very necessary, right? So these seems to be very small thing, but the expenses which are involved in this are quite huge. So the proper control should be done when we are purchasing and supply, that is proper when we are purchasing the stationery and supplying it. Then comes a safeguard of the asset, right? So here, as office has the that is they have for furnitures, right, they have the telephones, then they have these files and all, etc. So those are the asset of a company here, so that is to be maintained with very carefully, so they have to be safeguarded. Then comes as communication. So an important function of an office is whenever there is requirement, they have to communicate properly. That is, your communication plays an important role wherein the data is being conveyed. Then here recruitment, training and motivating the staff. So here when office has to perform a number of person in its personal section in respect of employees in organization. So here the staff should be properly recruited. Why? Because these are the pillars. Then they have to be trained in the trained and motivated to give their best. So the office people have to fix a target for this, and they have to work on achieving it. So this was all about the functions, characteristics of the office management. In the next class, we shall deal with the remaining concept. Thank you.